You want to be in the video? You got opinions about intercultural relationship? Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I have a very exciting video for you. I think these are the top things that you need to do. My last video was about the questions to ask, but today is about the things that you should do before you decide to marry someone from another culture, to marry somebody from an Arab culture. Before we dive into the video, if you're new here, please consider subscribing and commenting below if you like this kind of video, and if you do end up enjoying it, please hit that thumbs up button so I know to make more videos like this. Just let me know all your feedback. I'm glad you're here. Let's dive into the video. Okay, the very first thing you have to do before you decide if you're going to marry someone from another culture is you need to visit their culture. You may have met them at university, you may have met them online, you may have met them at a job, but talking about different cultures is great, but it only goes so far, and so you really need to take the next step and actually go and visit their culture. You need to see for yourself what being there is like how do they approach food, how do they approach gender, how do they approach clothing, and just get a feel for that whole culture and see if you could envision yourself there in the long term, because in a marriage with someone from another culture, that's always a possibility. And so you have to decide, could I see myself here? Could I see myself living in this culture long term? Okay, the next thing that you must do, if at all possible, is visit with his family. This one is really important, particularly in Arabic cultures where dating is not really the norm. In some of the more modern liberal Arabic countries, there is some dating, but it's often kind of in secret behind closed doors. It's not announced, it's not posted on Facebook, you don't change your status. I would say my husband and I dated by my definition as an American of dating, but we couldn't really talk about it that way with his family. Actually, when I met some of his family members for the first time, he would call me his fiance, just because for them that was easier to understand. They just would not have jived with or understood the label of girlfriend, so I was his fiance, which we were okay with because we knew that it was a serious relationship and that we were pursuing it for marriage. I didn't mind him labeling me that way, even though he hadn't proposed, like we didn't have a wedding date or wedding plans. Where was I going with this? Oh yes, meet his family. And if you are dating someone from an Arabic country and they don't want to introduce you to their family, that is a bad sign. It probably means that for them, this relationship is just for fun. They're not envisioning it as a long-term relationship. They're not thinking marriage, and to be honest, you're probably not going to be able to convince them to think marriage if they're not already, especially with an Arabic culture where marriage is so foundational and is the norm for romantic relationships. If they're not thinking that way, it's probably not going to happen. You want to meet the family, and you want them to initiate that. You want them to be eager for you to meet their family. And when you do meet their family, that is a great opportunity to observe the atmosphere in which they were raised. See how they treat their mom. See how they treat their sisters. Are they kind? Are they respectful? Are they loving? Or do they get snippy or agitated with their mom and their sisters? All of those things tell you a lot about a man, no matter what culture they're from. This one can be really useful just for anyone. See how they treat their mom and their sisters. And also just watch the family dynamics as a whole. How do his father and his mother interact? Is that relationship one of respect and love? Or are there tensions? Are there difficulties? Because not that people can't overcome challenging family dynamics that they grew up in, but it's what they've seen, it's what they've experienced, and so in a lot of ways it's shaped them. It's their normal. It's what they have always seen a marriage relationship look like. It's their biggest example. So just observe that and see how his parents maybe discipline or interact with his siblings, because that's also maybe how he's expecting you to interact with your children someday. So just be an observer and just soak in the family dynamic that you see, and just allow that to help you understand your significant other better. The last thing that you need to do before deciding if you want to marry someone from another culture is to have an argument. This seems counterintuitive, but I think it is so important to see the person's emotions, to see how they handle being angry, how they handle stress. Are they gonna blow up and yell at you and throw things? Or are they going to sit down and have a conversation? Are they going to step away and take space and decompress before they come back and sort it out with you? All of those things are super telling. You want to know, how am I gonna live with this person in the future? Because arguments are going to happen. Disagreements are inevitable in a close relationship with anyone. You're going to have disagreements. And so you want to know beforehand, how do they handle that? This one is so important. It also can be protection against ending up in an abusive relationship. If they have abusive tendencies when you're still dating, then that's only going to get worse. That doesn't get better when they put a ring on your finger. So you want to know before you commit to forever with this person that even when they're angry, even when they're stressed and they disagree with what you're saying, that they're still going to treat you with love and respect. And I want to save anyone that I possibly can from walking into an unhealthy marriage. So I hope that these tips have been helpful. And if you are pursuing an intercultural relationship, let me know that in the comments. I would love to connect with you. I love meeting other people who are walking down this road as well. And if you have any questions for me, or if you have other ideas of things that are important to do before deciding to get married, let me know in the comments. I would love to hear your ideas and your feedback. And if you enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up so that I know to make more of these. I love connecting with you guys, and I want to make content that you find useful and helpful. Thanks for watching, and until next time.